My name is Peter Hagenow. I'm the head of Strategic Group Procurement in KWS. KWS is a seed producer focusing on crops like corn, sugar beets, cereals, and vegetables. We are a family-run business since 1856. Because we work in agriculture, KWS has very high sustainability ambitions, not only because we feel responsible, but also because it influences our operations to a large extent. We realized that Scope 3 emissions are important when we discovered that the impact of them is by far higher than only the Scope 1 and 2 emissions from our operations. Measuring Scope 3 emissions is quite complex as you need a lot of data, and handling this data is not that easy. There are probably two different ways of dealing with the amount of data to calculate Scope 3 carbon emissions. One would be the manual one, which would probably involve quite a lot of heads and hands, so a lot of resources. Or you would go and try to find a software which you could probably again both develop internally, which is again connected to a lot of cost and resources, or you would find a software solution like the one from Carbmee on the market that is helping you then accelerating and automating the calculations. I read about Carbmee about 2 years ago, and then I met Christian and talked to him, and he came up with this idea, hey, why do you ask your suppliers for their footprint if you have all the data already? Maybe you can calculate that yourself and just have the suppliers confirming that data or showing evidence that they are better or maybe even worse than that. The team was in the beginning maybe a bit skeptical because that's a new task for procurement and that comes with a lot of work. But I think especially the younger team members, they immediately understood what impact of sustainability ambitions mean to them. And so we could encourage the entire team, and everybody is now really with us. The first suppliers already come and try to charge us with CO2 emissions, and for us it's really interesting that we have gained an understanding of what that actually means and how that impacts our supply chain. So we are able already now to discuss on a very detailed level with our supply base around carbon footprint, CO2 emissions, and the price level of CO2. Working with Carbmee has helped us gain transparency over our Scope 3 emissions, and that much faster than we could have done manually and with human labor only.